What's up, guys? This is Mike Loris, and it is finally, don't look at that, it is finally here. This is the first official game from the International, actually. It's not actually from any preliminaries or group stages or anything like that. I guess I should explain what's going on. WE and Mousesports, both not teams that have qualified for the International, so they're technically, at this point, not in the International yet. What sucks is that MUFC, one of the teams that got invited, one of their players, Sharky, had some passport troubles, and they were disqualified because it was too late for a stand-in, which absolutely sucks for them. I feel so bad for them. But that does mean that these two teams, World Elite and Mousesports, who are the two backup teams, now get a chance to duke it out and get into the International. So, two heavy hitters, WE from China, I believe. I'm pretty sure China. And Mousesports, of course, is Mousesports with Kuroki instead of Come With Me, because Come With Me also had some travel issues. But the bands are flying out, and they look a little bit different. Chen kind of standard, Brewmother kind of standard. Chaos Knight has been seeing a lot of play in the Asian scene. Over there, they still do very much like their CK. And WE banning out Shadow Demon shows that they did their homework, because Mouz run Shadow Demon whenever they can get their hands on it, really. I like to run it with Kunkka, run it with Lashrak, and it's something that, quite frankly, I wouldn't want to deal with if I was WE. So once again, this is for an opportunity to play in the International, so it should be pretty good. I just learned where these games are actually stored, since on the Watch tab in the International, you can't actually get to them from there. But if you go to the Watch tab and then Recent, filter by Tournament, then that's where you find them. So that's why I'm casting them right now. It's really late though, so I don't think I can cast the whole set now because I'm kind of tired. Gotta get up early tomorrow. But rest assured, I will try to cast every single game from the International, because, well, it's free, so that's good. I don't have to pay for another ticket. And there's just so many top-tier teams. Why would you not want to see all these games? I will still cast the OOC, of course. That should be actually wrapping up soon, as well as the Absolute Arena King of the Hill whenever that comes out. So this might take a little bit of time to cover all these games. The International will be long done before I could actually finish up. Mousesports picking up the Darkseer because he was one of the heroes who were lucky enough to survive the banning phase, and WE responding immediately with Nature's Prophet and Brewmaster. I know that 1437, I believe, is the Darkseer player for Mousesports. Going to be going to that hard lane, because really, why would you put Darkseer anywhere else? It's really where he excels. WE are picking up that Nature's Prophet and Brewmaster. Nature's Prophet, of course, will get that immediate global presence as well as push, and the Brewmaster will have a lot of meat on the front lines. He'll kind of meet the meat, I guess you could say, that is offered by the Darkseer, just being a very inherently tanky hero. Despite the fact that he is an intelligence hero, he usually does just go for raw HP. So Mousesports, they typically do like to take a couple of aggressive heroes. They're not really content on sitting and farming. They really want to just look out for those kills. It's not to say that they won't pick up a 4-1 lineup. They're just typically very active around the map and not just like a turtling lineup. WE, unfortunately, I don't know as much about these Asian teams because, well, they haven't played in like the defense or any of those European tournaments. So I do not know that much about them, except for the fact that they're really freaking good and they're fighting for a chance to play in the International. So a lot of money, potential money on the line. Mousesports, 2 pickups, Venomancer and Rubik. So between these 3 heroes, their support needs are completely covered. Darkseer, not really played as a support hero, but you can see him picking up a set of wards now and again. And WE actually picking up the Weaver. It's the first pick phase, and once again, I don't know much about them, so I'm assuming that the Weaver is something that either they like to do or the Chinese scene likes to do quite a bit. Weaver is a carry that's kind of fallen off as far as the Western scene is concerned. He really is outclassed by both the Morphling and the Anti-Mage. That's where kind of the go-to carries that teams tend to pick over the Weaver. But Weaver was used a lot in the first international because, well, there weren't really that many other carry heroes to choose from, and Weaver very, very hard to kill. I would say about as hard to kill as Morphling, maybe even a little bit more difficult. Of course, Weaver is a lot softer, and he doesn't have that giant burst nuke from waveform. But Weaver, if he gets farmed, could still do a lot of damage. So WE, they have their power. They have Brewmaster on the front lines. They have Nature's Prophet to help with pushing his ultimate, maintain map control. And they also have that right-click damage coming from Weaver. So WE will look towards support heroes. See Mousesports banning one potential support hero out right now in the Earthshaker. Eliminate, for sure, a stun from WE. But Mousesports, they do have their supports all lined up. Venomancer, Rubik. Venomancer, I believe, actually, they usually come with me play, so I don't know if Kuroki will play the Venomancer. I know that Sing Sing is pretty much the 100% Rubik player, so we're going to see a Sing Sing on Rubik, and yeah, 157 on Darkseer. Venomancer, I do not know who's going to play you. We're just going to have to wait and see for that. But WE eliminating the Storm Spirit, and the Invoker also being banned out in the second phase of banning. Invoker's kind of fallen out of favor, not like completely, not like the Weaver, who you don't see ever, but the Invoker is no longer like first top #1 tier material anymore. He's still played very, very often, but he's not exactly a Lycanthrope, if you know what I'm saying, or a Naga Siren, because Naga Siren, I haven't seen her at all. Like, not since her release. Everyone just doesn't want to play against them. WE banning out another heavy hitter that Mousesports could potentially go for. We're going to see what they want to do, because right now they have a lot of utility, but they don't have a lot of damage. Venomancer not the most damaging hero. Darkseer and Rubik, kind of the same situation there. Darkseer can put out a lot of damage with the Ion Shell if you could stick onto a target, but good luck doing that against a Weaver, as well as the Nature Prophet Sprout to keep you isolated in a little cage. So Mouz really has to pick up some damage right now. They already have all their other bases covered. They also would probably enjoy a stun. It looks like their pick is going to be first the Anti-Mage. So Black, the carry player for Mousesports. Why do I know so much about Mousesports and not about any of these other teams? Black, the carry player for Mousesports, is going to be playing the Anti-Mage, and he's going to have a ton of support available to him from the Mouz side. And as I was saying before, they're kind of stun light. Darkseer doesn't have any stuns. Venomancer has a lot of slow, but no real lockdown spells. The only for sure stun that they have so far is that Rubik's Levitate. And it could be pretty difficult to kill a Weaver without any stuns. They have to, like, I don't know, burn out his mana, or pick up an Orchid, or pick up a Hex Stick or something, or just pick up a final stunning hero. I was going to say someone like Rasta, but apparently Shadow Shaman is a pickup from WE, so Shadow Shaman most likely going to be played not as a solo mid, because quite frankly they have heroes who need farm and experience a little bit more, so we're probably going to be seeing a support Shadow Shaman. They still are lacking in that support area, but that is going to give them a guaranteed disable. One of their only, in fact. Shackle and Hex will be the only hard disables that they have, so Mousesports, I feel like, have to pick up someone like Shadow Shaman in order to meet the Weaver. Shadow Shaman's pick to counter the Anti-Mage, gotta lock him down. Well, the Mousesports need to pick a hard disabler up to lock down the Weaver, or else they're going to be in a lot of trouble. They could try to kill everyone else except for the Weaver, and then just leave him for last, and then just kind of mitigate his usefulness that way by killing off all the support heroes, and then kind of cutting the legs from under the Weaver. Looks like they are going to have the Enigma, so that's going to be their disable. They're going to have that Malphus to try to set up something. It's going to be hard to kill Weaver with that, but with the Black Hole, that will give you more than enough time to kill a Weaver. The only problem is that once that Black Hole is done, time lapse, and then your Black Hole is completely wasted versus that Weaver. Mousesports should be able to put out enough damage to kill a Weaver throughout a Black Hole's duration, especially considering that Shadow Shaman is the only source of disable for that Enigma. If he does lay down his Black Hole and catches the Shadow Shaman and the Weaver, well, Mouz is just put into a fantastic place at that point, so That will also offer Mousesports a little bit of pushing if they decide to do that, but they mostly are concerned with protecting their anti-mage, making sure that he gets big. 1v1 anti-mage in the late game is very, very hard to match. Weaver is not really a toe-to-toe fighter. He's more of a sustained mobility fighter, I guess you could say. It's really indicative of the builds that are common on Weaver. Lincoln Sphere, which has a high cooldown as far as like core items go. But you get that, you get the Radiance, and that really puts out sustained damage with the Shikuchi, with constant Germinate attacks. You just constantly whittle them down. Whereas Anti-Mage, Morphling, kind of more bursty, because they have a lot more upfront damage. Plus, Mana Void, which does a ton of damage. So Mousesports is set to have a pretty solid push lineup, and they also have security for the late game. WE, they do have a lot of pushing of their own. Nature's Prophet has those treants, and Shadow Shaman will eventually have some Serpent Wards, and Leshrac is going to be the final pickup for them. So they have another stun, something that they really need to lock down the Anti-Mage, and to cancel off that black hole that Bambo is going to be sending out eventually in this game. So we're just going to have to wait for everyone to get in, and then here we go. Look at the nice little Mouz flags over there. I'm actually thinking of buying a pennant. I won't tell you which one in this cast. Sing Sing is going to be playing that Rubik 1437 on the Darkseer, and yeah, Kuroki is going to be playing that Venomancer, so I'm completely spot on. Black on the hard carry Anti-Mage as per usual, and Bambo 3 clarities and a set of his Zerber wards, so he's going to be jungling, I suppose. I don't know why you'd pick that up. If you're going into lane, you're not going to have any regeneration. No regeneration is not that good. On the WE side, we do have Chen playing the Brewmaster, Luo on the Shadow Shaman, JJ on the Weaver, and FNTY on the Leshrac, and that means that Icy is going to be the last player. Looks like it's going to be a laning Nature's Prophet. Usually don't pick up much regeneration, not many stat boosters if you go into the jungle. So we're going to have to see what WE exactly plans to do with this. They could have a decent tri-lane, or they could run several dual lane combinations, so they do have a lot of flexibility as far as that is concerned. Kuroki's hanging around the top lane, but that's most likely just to set up some wards, and then he's going to leave, do some roaming, or set himself up in a lane. But Black is going to be chilling down on this bot lane, already picking up a poor man's shield, so who's actually going to be down this bot lane? Icy, and I don't think that they would dual lane with the Nature's Prophet, would they? Where are you going? Well, either way, 1437 and Kuroki. Is it Kuroki or Kurukai? Because I know Toby says Kurukai, but I also hear people say Kuroki. I'm going to say Kuroki. If I'm wrong, let me know. And I think these are the pennants. What is this? Team pennants. Oh, cool. Lots more Mousesports fans than WE fans. I'm not really surprised, considering that WE once again is from Asia, and Asia mostly reliant on PC cafes play, and the game is still not out yet, so PC cafes will not support that quite yet. But it is going to be a dual lane with Icy and Chan against Black, and Black's going to be in a lot of trouble this lane. He's going to need some support from someone. Looks like FNTY is getting worked down pretty hard by that Ion Shell. He might even go down here. A couple more right clicks from Kuroki will bring him down. No, the Poison Tick will not allow that. He's going to salve right through that level 1 Venomous Gale. Good trick to know. Salve will not get cancelled by ticks of less than 20 damage, I believe. Or 15 or something like that. So you could salve right through a level 1 Gale. But Venomancer already doing his job, making sure that FNTY has a very tough time, but then again, Black on the bot lane having a little bit more of a tough time. I've never seen a lane like this, dual lane Nature's Prophet Brewmaster. I guess it kind of makes sense. Brewmaster does require some assistance, I guess, and holy crap. That was not expected. FNTY is going to get punched down by 1437. That is a double kill. In exchange, Icy is going to come up to this top lane, and he's going to just work down Darkseer. Nature's Prophet teleporting up here, getting himself a double kill. And people are getting prizes all over the place. Okay, the pennants might be a little bit worth it. The Black is going for Chan. He's completely burned out of mana, so his lane is kind of equalized, but I completely missed that, guys. Not a good way at all to begin my International 2 coverage. But, It's just too late, so no sense dwelling upon that. It is going to be a middle lane solo Weaver versus a middle lane solo Sing Sing, playing the Rubik. I guess Weaver could definitely survive. But Sing Sing with that burst nuke will have much better time. FNTY getting slowed down. Looks like they're not going to go in on him. Gonna watch that top lane. And the bot lane, Nature's Prophet has teleported out of there. Level 4 after that double kill. So he's going to be jungling up now that he has those additional levels. It's hard to call this mid lane because it's you rarely see Weaver. But it would give a slight advantage to Rubik because Rubik with that Fade Bolt Telekinesis will have a lot more harassment potential than the Weaver will. 1437 and Kuroki. Just looking for an opportunity to possibly dive, possibly no, not vacuum. There is no vacuum. But just trying to push out this lane, make FNTY's last hitting life a little bit more difficult. And Leshrac does not have the best attack damage, especially at lower levels, so it could be a little bit difficult for him to last hit under his own tower. Kuroki is going to be pulling, but that is spotted by the Dire side, so we're going to see if the Dire want to act upon this or if they're simply content to let them push. There's a Venomous Ward, a Plague Ward, to spot out this push. If they go toe-to-toe, I don't know, it's going to be close. Never want to underestimate Edict. Even though it is only level 2, it will do a lot of damage. Kuroki is on the low ground, so if he could last hit these, it's going to be a last hit battle. It's hard to compete with an Ether Shock and Split Earth, though, so WE picks up some of those neutral creeps, but probably, I'm sure Mouz is okay with that. They kept the lane from pushing too far. Got 1-for-3-7, a little bit more farm, and he's going to get a lot more with that Ion Shell. Let's see how the gold is actually standing. Black is actually on top. Not really surprised at that at all. Anti-Mage versus a Brewmaster. Brewmaster does have a little bit of an edge at like level 1, but after that, once you get a couple points of mana break, a Brewmaster with no mana is a very sad panda. Because Anti-Mage just ends up doing a lot more damage at that point. And he could trade very effectively with Brewmaster, and Brewmaster really just has to sit there and take it. He could try to get a bottle, but he would have to clap immediately and not burn any of his mana if he wants to really get a lot of mileage out of that bottle. 1437, continuing to push out the, I don't know what this is for, continuing to push out the top lane. Plague Ward just chilling in the trees, I guess. Yeah, I don't see any use for that, but it's harassing. Look at all that harassment damage. It's mostly just going to be free gold, plus 16. But Anti-Mage is sitting at the top of the following 2 heroes. Well, not anymore, I guess, but it is going to be quite, the top gold slots are pretty heavily contested. Sing Sing hitting that money level 6. Unfortunately, against the Weaver, you're not going to be stealing anything that great. Picked up a Shikuchi, so he's not going to die, but then again, he's not going to get a kill either, so what's the point? Venomancer, Kuroki, going to find Icy in the jungle. Nature's Prophet did see him first, however, so nothing is going to come out of this. Weaver's trying to do a little bit of damage to Sing Sing, but Sing Sing with Shikuchi, you're not going to catch that. Weaver, have a little bit of your own medicine. All the while, Bambo, already with a Soul Ring, has been farming this the jungle the entire time. So that is offering Mouz a little bit more gold as far as, a little bit more gold to their team, a little more experience to their team. He's level 6 compared to the level 6 and a little bit from the Nature's Prophet. So Enigma definitely farming a little bit faster in the jungle because Enigma, again, has not been involved in any of those kills, whereas Nature's Prophet got a double. Now Blink in, going for a Chan. Bambo is here. He doesn't have mana for the black hole. He's going to instead just use Malphus and right-click down. In the meantime, Lua picking up Darkseer and Kuroki getting worked over by the Diabolic Edict. Anti-Mage has picked up the Brewmaster on the bot lane. Kills happening all over the map at the same time, guys. Be a little bit more considerate. Could you time out your kills so that, they could all be viewed? Thank you. With 3 heroes on the top lane, FNTY, Luo, as well as Icy, they could push down this tower, I believe. Yeah, level 3 Edict as well as the Treant should be enough to bring down a tower. Shadow Shaman is not level 6. Actually has 18 creep kills from the pulling, and FNTY is kind of in a similar situation. But this tower just took a lot of damage from the Edict, and once this Edict is up again, this tower is going to be brought down. I don't think Mouz really are interested in saving this at all. This tower does take a fall. Double ion shell is going to be thinning out the creep wave as the creeps move forward, though. So 1437 will still be able to have a handle in this lane. Meanwhile, on the bot lane, Kuroki camping out, looking for an opportunity. Rubik is coming with the haster, and Orange is coming as well. That is Bambo. Doesn't have any mana. In the meantime, Darkseer getting killed. But what's more important is that Chan is going to be brought down as well. He has no mana for his split. He's going to try to bottle up and split, but Telekinesis is not going to allow him to do that. He's going to try to do it. He does still have stick charges, but a black hole is there, and Chan is dead. Goodbye. Anti-Mage picking up his second kill of this game, actually. Darkseer, in the meantime, kind of missed that, but I guess he just got a little bit too far. Definitely his teleport was used, so Shackle, Hex, teleport in by Icy, and then very dead Bambo. Darkseer, he is a tanky hero, but not at this point in the game, and JJ, oh no, don't go up there. Oh, he's going to time lapse. Okay, he's fine. Not this time, Sing Sing. The Beatles are going to come out, not Latch, however. The Beatles are pretty lazy. Sing Sing is not going to have to deal with that. He also doesn't get that gold, though, so. Did manage to beat out the Weaver to the regeneration rune, and Bambo. Soul Ring and nothing. He's going to go straight for a Blink Dagger. If he was going for something like BKB or a Pipe or a Mech, he would have had at least boots by now. So I assume that Enigma is going straight for that Blink Black Hole, which I guess is really needed. You have to get the jump on Weaver if you want to kill him. But then again, Weaver is not getting the most farm, 4th place in farm, so still getting a little bit more than most of the Mouz squad, who their farm is kind of spread out evenly. Well, what's most important for them is that they have an anti-mage who is farming very, very well, and the hard carry from the WE side, Jie, is not farming nearly as well, so Sing Sing picking up a Thunderclap. That's always useful. Try to burst down the Weaver a little bit, but there it goes. He's instead going to take Shikuchi and try to Fade Bolt him down, but there's no way Sing Sing can catch up to a Weaver because you're moving at the same speed. 1437 is constantly getting pushed down in this top lane by FNTY and Luo. There's nothing he can really do about that aside from setting up an Ion Shell on a creep and then sending that creep to its doom. But then even if he does that, the creep gets bursted down extremely quickly against such a lineup. Chan is back into this bottom lane, and Black is still here, camped out with the Ring of Health and Poor Man's Shield. That is an indication of a Battle Fury build. Let's see, does he have any? He doesn't have anything yet, so it still is not guaranteed to be Battle Fury, but it probably will be. Ring of Health is sometimes just held for that regeneration. Kuroki is going to run into FNTY. That Plague Ward is going to spot him out, and the double damage does get picked up by the Leshrac. Shadow Shaman remains in the smoke, but they did see the smoke dispel on the Leshrac, so they will know exactly what is going on, or they should know exactly what's going on. Anti-Mage might be in a little bit of trouble. No, he's going to move back just in time. And there's the Blink Dagger from the Enigma. A 10-minute Blink Dagger. 2 assists to help him out with that, but that is absolutely insane. He will have so much mobility. WE really has to be careful not to clump up. They are not aware of this Blink Dagger yet. They're going to push out on the bot lane. They do have Edict and they do have Treants soon. Yeah, they do have Treants soon. They also have that level 6 from the Shadow Shaman. So this tower is deader than dead. Goodbye, tower. Leshrac, the Edict picking up that kill. But Mouz look like they want to make something happen right now. Bambo is moving back. He does not want to give away the fact that he does have that Blink Dagger. I don't believe WE have caught wind of that yet. But Anti-Mage is taking up a couple of Serpent shots, and that's not what you want to have happen, especially when there is a Shadow Shaman right next to you. He's going to walk out of there alive, and Bambo kind of tempting fate a little bit by farming in this position because he is completely surrounded. Teleport to the top lane is Icy, so he's not going to commit to this push. I don't think WE really want to commit to this push. They're just feigning pressure, although if they do get into a sticky situation, they do have the Brewmaster split, and they do have a lot of disabling power. 157, how are you so low? FNTY barely hitting him with that split earth, nailing out the Darkseer. I don't know what the Darkseer was doing up there. In the meantime, the bot lane, they are going for Bambo. He is very weak at this point. He's going to get brought down by the Brewmaster. Anti-Mage is forced into the air by the Brewlings, and he's going to use his ultimate, cancel off Luo's teleportation. Now teleportation down from Icy. Going to catch Kuroki in the Sprout, and with the boulder coming in from Chan, Kuroki is going to try to run away. Not going to happen. A clap is going to finish him off. Black trying to do it 1v2, but it's not going to happen. Sing Sing now in the fray. He's going to get to steal himself a thunderclap. It is going to bring him 1 kill, and Chan, very low mana, is going to walk away.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
A couple of trades going off. That was a 2 for 2. The Anti-Mage, most importantly, got a couple more kills. Now 4-0 on him. Still doesn't have any item purchases yet. So we're going to see what he wants to do with that. He probably is going to aim towards the Battle Fury. It's not going to be the fastest Battle Fury, but hell, Battle Fury's Battle Fury, and FNTY got completely ganked. I am like catching all the tail ends of these kills. But 157 and Bambo, most likely it was just a blink to a Malphus, into right clicks, into Ion Shell. Very straightforward. FNTY not in the right place, in the right time at all. Sing Sing playing some games with Jie. If he did have that Thunderclap off cooldown, he would have gotten himself a kill with that Fade Bolt as well. Fortunately, not really available to him at that time. What are you getting, Black? You have 1,800 gold. I think he would have gotten a sword by now. One of the big swords. 7 to 8 so far. WE barely in the gold advantage, only 500, which is pretty much not an issue at all. Mousesports in the heavy experience advantage, actually, and Sing Sing just got completely yanked again. I caught the tail end once again. What the hell is wrong with my spectating this day? Sing Sing not really expecting that to happen. Teleport in from Icy, as well as the Wrath of Nature being used to nail them that kill. Kuroki is here setting up his Plague Wards. They try to get a little bit of counter push going, but Luo does have his Serpent Wards up. And these Serpent Wards are a little bit better than these Plague Wards, so this tower is going to take a little bit of damage. The Shrek isn't here though, and Bambo on the high ground, looking for an opportunity to blink in and Black Hole. Is he just going to go for the Weaver? Yes, he is. The Weaver is probably going to get taken down. Anti-Mage is going to pop his ultimate a little bit prematurely, but it doesn't matter. Enigma with the Black Hole damage enough, and Luo is going to get Fade Bolted and just right-click down by the Anti-Mage. Anti-Mage gets himself a mega kill, 501 there. And yeah, he has picked up his Perseverance. Now he's going to probably look towards a couple of swords. 1437 is on the run from FNTY. He does have Surge, so he's going to get out of there. Split Earth missing. Here comes 3 Blacks. He's going to blink in with the Ion Shell on him. Going to try to go for Icy, who has picked up a Hand of Midas. But Black is hot on his trail. The Ion Shell doing so much damage. Split Earth missing, and a vacuum in. FNTY might be in a little bit of danger as well. Black not willing to push for it, though. Knew that the tower was right there, and that Shadow Shaman was alive. But he's going to be okay with getting a free kill. All the while, his teammates have been pushing out the mid lane. This tower getting pretty low. Chan blinking in. Does he have split? Yes, he does. Bambo is going to get Split Earth and bouldered. And the Weaver with the Shuji is going to pick up that kill. Now the Venomancer forced up into the air, completely surrounded by WE Heroes. He's going to take a fall as well. It's going to be Shadow Shaman picking up that kill. WE making sure that Mouz is punished for pushing so far. The real concern has got to be this Anti-Mage. No deaths yet, and WE not even acting to kill this Anti-Mage. I mean, you don't want to fight an Anti-Mage, especially when he has his Battle Fury all ready to go. He just has to buy it. Come on. Come on. You want to buy it, don't you? There you go. He bought the Battle Fury, so this Anti-Mage is going to get really big really quickly. And that's something that WE has to get on top of. Problem is they have to chain stun him pretty much perfectly. Actually, they could do a little bit of overlap, but they actually have to go and get him. But so far they've been content with letting him farm not only the dire creeps, but also the dire heroes. He's had quite a lot of success in taking those last hits. Darkster with the Vanguard now, farming up a little bit of the dire jungle. And what is going on here? Icy. Nothing big going on. Just gonna take the wards. But Mouz so far, they're in no rush. They've had some pretty effective ganks, shut down the Weaver just once actually, but slowed down his farm. Looks like he is going to be going for a Radiance. Could be a little bit slow, however, because Weaver has not had the best farm game, just sitting in the middle of the pack as far as gold per minute goes. But Black, this is the perfect situation for Mouz. Black with an anti-mage, with the Battle Fury at 15 minutes in, he's just going to have complete free reign of the game, blinking away from the Shadow Shaman before he gets a Hex off, but teleport in from Icy. Black instantly with that Quelling Blade, making sure that he's not caught in that Sprout, and he's going to live. Very fast hands from the anti-mage. Sing Sing might be in a little bit of trouble because the Weaver is here, going to start right-clicking him down, but Sing Sing does have a Shikuchi of his own, so Shikuchi's everywhere. And Sing Sing is going to live through that Bamboo. He's going to spot off Chan with that Ward. Teleport in from Icy, looking for Sing Sing, but Sing Sing, fortunately for him, ran the complete other direction. 437 continuing to be extremely ballsy, farming the enemy jungle. Gonna run into Icy maybe, or no, just farm more of the enemy jungle. And Icy, once he sees his camp is empty, he's gonna know that something is going on. Instead, he's actually going to teleport down to the mid lane. Going to go for a gank on Sing Sing. There goes the dust. Sing Sing is Shikuchi's buddy, is trapped in the Sprout. Going to take an Nature Prophet ultimate. He's going to try to steal something. He's going to steal the beetles. He was looking for a time lapse. Unfortunately, was not available to steal. And Sing Sing does take a fall. 10 to 12 now in favor of WE. So WE, they are getting the towers down. They're getting kills. But the problem is that their Weaver is nowhere near ready to fight this anti-mage, and the anti-mage with that Battle Fear at 50 minutes now at 1700 gold, and looks like JJ might be in a little bit of trouble. Bamboo with an invisibility rune. There goes the black hole. Blink in from Black, then right clicks are beginning, and with that ultimate, okay, maybe Black jumped the gun a little bit too much, but Bamboo with that black hole damage. What is that damage? Yeah, that was 100 damage. That's actually not that bad. Picking up the Weaver kill because Black mistimed his ultimate. But that is going to net him a little bit more gold, and that is going to slow down the Weaver. As the most important fact, the Weaver does not have a single big item up, whereas Black does have that Battle Fury as well as an ultimate orb. So he's going to go for Manta style. And Mousesports, they're getting the picks off, and that's exactly what the rest of their team has to do. I completely missed the hell out of this, but Roshan picked up by WE. Wow, I'm just like a complete noob of this game. I don't think I was even this bad spectating in my first game. It just goes to show that it is late. I'm not lying to you. I'm gonna drink some more water. Maybe that'll help. Kuroki's been wrestling with some ancients. He's the winner though. Venomancer, quite an adept wrestler. Rubik just going for a very survival heavy build. Now Black spotting off Chan. He wants to just farm the lane. He's not going to push it. What WE has to do, they have to protect their Weaver. Their Weaver has been a little bit overconfident, pushing out alone into situations that got him killed on multiple occasions. Twice, in fact. They really need that Weaver to get that relic up. 20 minutes, no relic is not a good time for Radiance. So Mouz playing their strategy perfectly, buying Black as much time as he needs, as much space as he needs. At the same time, getting some pretty big items on their teammates. Venomancer probably going to go for a hood with that, might be going for a mech. The Enigma going to go straight for the black hole. Once he has that, there's nothing that can interrupt him out of there. There goes Icy, and the right clicks from Black. So much damage with that medallion. There you go, popping the ultimate correctly. Going to pick up the Aegis. Black is going to run to Luo. He's going to get instantly hexed. Shadow Shaman's going to drop down his wards, as well as the Serpent wards, and the Split Earth, as well as the Blink-In Clap. And FNTY with the Edict, picking up Black. The first time Black has died. Got a little bit careless. Now teleport onto the top line. 157 is going to get right-clicked down by the Weaver. Going to try to fight this out, and luckily for him, Icy teleported to the wrong end, but a Sprout from the trees is going to be enough. No, it's not going to be enough. 157 barely gets out of there alive. Unfortunate teleport for Icy, but he managed to salvage it by summoning these treants out, so very good play by him. Unfortunately, Darkseer with the Vanguard, with that cloak, not enough damage to bring him down.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Push now onto the mid lane, FNTY with the Edict activated, now and a Bloodstone. He's going to have a lot of mana for that Pulse Nova Telekinesis. Going to bring Chan a little bit closer, but nothing's really going to come out of that. 157 is going to pull Luo back into the wall of Replica. Split Earth is not going to hit, and Luo is so dead. Darkseer with the...
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
What? Oh, right. Okay, Darkseer with the Ion Shell picking up that kill. In the meantime, I believe the bottom tower has taken a fall due to those Eidolons. And Bambo isn't done pushing yet. He and his team are ready to take this tier 2 tower. Last time it didn't go too well for them, but with a lot of disables out of the game, they feel confident to take this tower. Is Anti-Mage with them? No, Anti-Mage just be farming. Gonna head towards the Yasha and then finish up his Manta style. All the while, oh, it's actually gonna be a mech from Venomancer. Okay. So make sure to get those essential core items up, whereas WE, they have a medallion, which is like, I guess you could consider it one of those core items. They have an Urn of Shadows, but they don't have a mech. Weaver finally does have the Sacred Relic, but 22 minutes in, Radiance is going to be 25 minutes. Like, it's definitely not optimum, to say the least. Now lots of Mouz heroes smoked up, looking for a pick for whoever is stupid enough to get close to black. It's like no one on WE is going to fall for it. Actually, no, Luo has a mech. There you go. No one from WE is going to fall for that, but they're just going to keep letting him out there. Going to try to bait out a blink from the Brewmaster, but an instant black hole from... Oh my god, Mouz is just obliterating everyone right now. Chan, not even an opportunity to pop his ultimate off. Perfect vacuum black hole from Bambo as well as 157. And WE just got cleaned up there. Weaver might now be in a little bit of trouble. Is there any true sight? I don't believe there is. But Weaver at this point, you could just simply ignore him. Take down the tower of Rubik with the last hit. Then keep going. Icy has to get up there right now if they want to defend this. They're going to breach the high ground. Battle Fury on the Nature's Prophet. Fade Bolt and a clap stolen by Rubik. This tower is going to take a little bit of heat. Swarm now going out, but that's just going to end up being free money for the Mouz squad. They're instead going to teleport out. Very safe play coming out for them. They don't want to take any chances. A lot of opportunity is on the line right now, and they're only going to get stronger. They don't have to put their necks in danger when the Anti-Mage is pretty much guaranteed to carry this game once it hits like that 40-50 minute mark. There's nothing that could stand up against him. It's going to be a little bit difficult to survive the disables, because it's probably going to be a sheepstick at that point with Nature's Prophet already heading towards there. But black is going to be definitely the most fearsome thing on the map. So far ahead of this Weaver, it's not even funny. 550 gold per minute versus only 346. He's just blinking everywhere and farming. Kuroki continuing to wrestle these Ancients. He's going to win once again. So he's 2-0 as far as that goes. Black is going to run into a couple members of WE. Does he know that they're actually there, however? I think he does know. He has to know that Icy is just baiting. He didn't explicitly see smoke, but he definitely knew that he was in a danger zone, and he didn't want to tempt fate. Because an Anti-Mage who goes and sticks his neck out and dies, not a useful Anti-Mage to have. 157 has picked up the pipe now. It's going to shut down Leshrac pretty bad. Brewmaster kind of do a little bit of damage to him as well. The magical damage from WE not the greatest. Here comes a free Rubik. Oh, Luo hexed him, and hexed, yes, it does instantly dispel illusions. So that completely gave away WE's position. They're going to just say, screw it, summon everything. Oh, that's not where I want to go. Summon everything, push down this tier 2 tower. Now say, okay, you can take down that tier 2 tower. We'll take your tier 2 tower. And they're going to send double 157 in. He is pretty tanky, and there goes the Manta style from Black, instantly popping Luo. Now he wants to go on an FNTY, but instead he's going to turn around and try to help 147, who's wrestling with these Brewlings. The Earth Panda is the only one who is still alive. Going to rock Kuroki, try to slow him down. They're not going to bring down the Earth Panda, but they are going to bring down Chan. Blink away instantly after coming out of that form, but now he is very low on mana. He's going to be low on health shortly enough. Bambo coming in with that Malphite stun, and Chan is going to take a fall by the hands of Mouz, picking up 2 kills and not losing anyone. You can see the penance are being purchased more and more by the Mouz fanboys. Anti-Mage with that Manta style, instantly burning out a lot of Shadow Shaman's mana and then popping him with that ultimate. He's going to try to go for JJ and instead get the Courier. That's a pretty good pickup by him. So Mouz in a very dominant position in game 1. 17-13 only, but the gold advantage is in favor. More importantly, the experience is in favor of them. Storm going to go out, but it's just going to be free farm for pretty much everyone. Pipe is getting popped off as well, but really there's not enough magic damage to really make that pipe very useful, but hell, why the hell not? Now the Raxes are in danger, and with Black here is so much damage. He's going to focus down the Rax. They're going to go do a black hole onto Luo, the Weaver. JJ, I'm sorry, is the one to be pulled into the black hole. Luo was there actually as well, and now Chan, no ultimate for him. He's not going to be saved, popped by the Anti-Mage ultimate. Now Cyclone is up. That was a stolen Panda ultimate by Rubik. Icy's going to take a rock from his friendly Brewmaster. Icy is actually going to get pulled away to safety. 1437 be trolling a little bit, I feel, but doesn't matter because he does pick up a Leshrac consolation bonus prize. Icy's going to be happy that he didn't die. But regardless, the WE base is in full breach. Nature's Prophet is the only one to defend this. He doesn't have his ultimate up right now. Black is just so fearsome at this point. He could go for a heart if he chooses to do so. Sing Sing with that Brewmaster split, something I did not expect at all. They're going to take down the Rax. They're going to blink in, stun Luo. Telekinesis is going to buy Black enough time to just right-click him down, and there's the GG call. Mouz is going to take game 1 of this best of 5 between Mousesports and WE, fighting for that spot to play for $1 million in the international. And a little bit of pauses. Well, the game's over, so we're just gonna wait for the score screen. I don't know what's going on, but Mouz, the very farmed Anti-Mage in Black, very good team play all around, dominating WE in game 1, and I think that's gonna be it for me today, guys. The other casts are gonna be coming in on a future date, and well, stay tuned for more international. Get excited, guys. I think I'm going to buy a pennant, and I think it's going to be Zenith. Because MTW doesn't have one, which for some reason, I don't know. I would buy an MTW one, but Zenith, I love their picks, so. Swag has received a prize. That is awesome. Swag has received swag. So thanks for watching, guys. I'm going to show you the score screen, and then call it a game. GG.